I lost over $50,000 in 2 months earlier this year. I lost over $50,000 in 2 months earlier this year, not because I didn't know how to trade. It all started after I got scammed about $62,500 from two investors earlier this year. How was I scammed? That's going to be a story for another day. But then again, I got scammed by two investors earlier this year, and that was the beginning of how I lost $50,000 to trading in 2 months earlier this year between March and April. How did this happen? This did not happen because I didn't know how to trade. It did not happen because I was a bad trader and the rest of them. It all started after I got scammed $62,400 from two investors. I'm going to put the story of how I got scammed on the next video, but this is how it all started and how I lost $50,000 in 2 months. This completely disrupted every single thing I was doing, my psychology, my decision making, and everything that surrounds me. Everything was fucked, messed, and trust me, it wasn't really something I wanted to experience at the end of the day. But then again, I will put you through on how I lost this money between 2 months and how I was able to recover from the whole thing after 2 months of back and front in the market. March and April was the worst trading month of my life, or I would say my trading season entirely, because I haven't had such long losing streak before. But between the month of March and April was a very, very, very tough one for me. I wasn't just losing money, I was losing confidence. At the same time, I was losing myself during the process. During this whole process, I had issues with my friends, my close friends. During this whole process, I had issues with them because they weren't understanding the whole thing. I'm also going to put a story on that as well when the time comes. But I had issues with my friends. I had issues with I was just trying to distance myself from everybody because at the end of the day, I was losing money and people were trying to everything everybody around me was doing was actually getting to my nerves. So it was really very, very draining because I wasn't just losing money, I was losing myself as well. Imagine getting scammed 62,400 and end up losing $50,000 again in 2 months. It's gonna be crazy. It's something that if you've not been there before, you'll not be able to handle it. Many people wouldn't talk about this. Many people wouldn't talk about the psychological breakdown that you will face when hitting such losses in the market. But here am I telling you how I was able to go through the whole thing. I was able to pass through the whole thing. Thank God he don't score. Kylian Mbappe. Most people only post wins, but I'm here to put this out because I feel like if you're trying to build something, you're definitely going to be a rough side. At some point in your life as a man, you have to walk on water, and I feel like that was the stage I needed to pass through because the lesson I learned within these 2 months from friends, from family, and from every other person, because I ran into debt trading. I ran into debt because I had investors who I was trading for, and because of this whole thing, I ran into debt. I had to start looking for money to settle the debt and the rest of them, try to protect my name from being called out. So it was really very, very crazy. The experience I had, or the lesson I learned during these 2 months, between the month of March and April, was a crazy experience and a crazy lesson, and that lesson was needed. It was needed to actually shape how I think, how I manage my risk, how I make my decisions, and the rest of them. So I feel like at some point in your life when you're trying to build up something tangible or reasonable, you tend to grow, or you tend to go through such phases in your life. Do you understand? So this was what I went through a lot. I don't know. I want to put a story on how I was able to overcome the whole thing. I'm going to put a story on how I was able to overcome the whole thing and the rest of them. But I'm also going to give you guys updates on the scammers. how they have how they carry my money till today. I never see that. Anyways, this new account is where I'm going to be documenting every single thing about my life, every single thing about my trading journey. We are starting all over from 0 to 100. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and expect the next video on me telling you how I got scammed of over $62,400 from two investors, a Nigerian-based investor and abroad-based investor. Watch out for the next episode. If you hear from me and my lawyers. Thank you. If this is not come out the way I want time, this Mona better support this account. Follow, like and comment. May we go not kill you. Like and comment. May we go not kill you. Make, if you watch the video you don't like, it will not be it will not be funny. Make I see you as viewer. Say you don't like. I'm going to enter your DM. Take out the play.